Perfect. Okay, well, we'll get right into things then. Good afternoon. Welcome to the CPHR Saskatchewan's 2024 Annual General Meeting. And for those who I haven't had the opportunity to meet, I am Lionel Tatusis, Board Chair of CPHR Saskatchewan's Board of Directors. I'd like to start off today with a land acknowledgement. As we gather here today, we acknowledge we are on various treaty territories throughout the province, the land of the Oceti-Sakowee and the homeland of the Métis. We pay our respect to the First Nations and Métis ancestors of this land. Specifically, I'm in Treaty 6 territory here in Saskatoon, and Treaty 6 encompasses the lands of the Cree, Dakota, Nakota, Saulteaux, and the homeland of the Métis Nation. We are dedicated to ensuring that the spirit of reconciliation is honored and respected. This acknowledgement also reaffirms our relationship with one another, and we are committed to moving forward in partnership with Indigenous nations in the spirit of reconciliation and collaboration. So just a couple housekeeping items before we start. The AGM notice and the package was emailed to members on August 20th, and you should have also received the documents for today's meeting in your calendar invite and the meeting notice. So please take a moment to find that package, which includes the agenda, the minutes from our last AGM on October 5th, 2023, the annual report, the nominating report, the 2023-24 audited financial statement should be there as well. As this is a virtual AGM, our voting process will be a bit different than it is in person. We will bring forward a motion forward, and we will pause to ask if there's any questions or changes. When we call for a motion, we'll then ask for someone to move the motion and to second it. To do this, please turn on your camera and unmute to move or second a motion. We'll then put a poll up to either vote either yes or no on the motion. The AGM will be recorded, as you're aware when you logged in, you probably saw that, and it will be posted to our website following the AGM. I'm on Preet Carr, our member relations coordinator, will be taking the minutes for today. And with that, we are ready to get started. I would like to call the meeting to order at 12:02 p.m. So as per Administrative Bylaw 11.3, 25 voting members at the commencement of a duly constituted meeting of the members shall be necessary to constitute a quorum for the transaction of business. Voting members include professional, candidate, associate, general, and students. So I believe we've achieved quorum, as we've stated previously here.
Yep, we have quorum.
Okay, thank you. And on the slide, you'll see, as we move to the next slide there, thank you. On the slide, you'll see our agenda for the meeting, and we've covered off the confirmation of voting delegates. Then we will have the approval of the agenda, and then we'll move into the approval of the minutes from 2023 AGM. Next, we'll present highlights from our annual report, and then move on to new business section. And finally, the last section there is the adjournment. So I'd like to call for a motion to approve the agenda. Okay, I see a couple hands up. A mover is Amy, seconder. I see a couple hands up again, but I'll have Herman. I see Herman's hand up there. If we could, Herman Buger, thank you. And at this time, I'd like to launch the poll for our vote. Okay, the poll popped up for me. It should have popped up for everybody on your screen. So
I'll give us a second here, Lionel, and then Leanne will post the poll results for everyone to see.
For sure. Thanks, Ashley. There we go. So that is passed. Thank you. Next, I'd like to call for a motion to approve the minutes from October 5th, 2023. I need a mover. I see Reagan. Thank you. And I'd like to call for a seconder to that. I see Amy. Thank you. And could we please launch the poll? Once again, we'll give everyone a time to vote. And to post the results, we'll just give that a moment. Okay, it's passed. Okay, we'll move on to the annual report that can be found in the AGM notice package and can be found on the website. Some of the main highlights in the annual report include this past year, there was a lot of change, but I'm most proud of the job that CPHR Saskatchewan has done as a legislated regulator. Since CPHR Saskatchewan became self-regulated in 2021, we have made great strides to maintain our focus on the interests of the public while providing immense value to our members through continuing professional development opportunities, networking events, and also resources available to our members. At the board level, we've spent a lot of time in the latter part of this fiscal year developing a new strategic plan, focusing on enhancing regulatory accountability and governance, ensuring robust professional standards, and strengthening the brand and stakeholder relations. CPHR Saskatchewan has set ambitious goals towards 2026, centered on supporting the public interest, maintaining rigorous designation standards, and increasing CPHR awareness and membership alignment. So 2 years into becoming a self-regulating body, CPHR Saskatchewan continues to see an increase in our membership and an increase in the number of members applying and receiving their CPHR designation. The number of annual validation of experience applicants doubled from 34 to 68 between April 2022 and April 2024, signifying a greater commitment to excellence across the profession and greater credibility for the profession and organization. We welcome 280 delegates from across the province to our first in-person conference in 4 years, offered 72 professional development opportunities, both in person and online, and engaged in our partners and members at events, sessions, forums, and webinars through our mentorship and our programming. A special thank you to our outgoing CEO and registrar, Nicole Norton-Scott. Nicole was the driving force behind propelling the HR profession to self-regulated status in Saskatchewan, showcasing phenomenal leadership in every step of the way. Her dedication, vision, and incredible 12-and-a-half-year tenure have left an indelible mark on our organization. At this time, I'd like to bring a warm welcome to Ashley Langwell, our incoming CEO and registrar, who joined the organization in July 8th, 2024. Ashley brings an extensive and diverse background in HR to the association, has been a strong advocate for the CPHR designation and our association. We're pleased to have Ashley on board. And lastly, to our board of directors, staff, and volunteers, your dedication to this profession and our organization. Thank you so much. Next, I'd like to say thank you to our member volunteers who have graciously provided their time and commitment to CPHR Saskatchewan and the profession. So I'd like to thank our professional conduct committee. You see our committee here on this slide. I'd like to thank the members of the discipline committee. Here's the pictures, and we'd like to recognize these folks. I'd like to thank our validation of experience committee, and here's this group here. And our small but mighty mentorship committee. So thank you so much for your work you do mentoring our future members. And I think I missed one slide there, sorry. I'd like to thank our professional development committee, sorry about that. And our mentorship committee, thanks. So in terms of board recognition, I'd also like to take a moment to recognize and thank our 2023-24 Board of Directors for their support to CPHR Saskatchewan. I'm really fortunate myself to work alongside many fellow board directors, a dedicated and talented group of professionals. We have 3 directors that are leaving the board, I'm sorry to say, and I'd like to take a moment to thank each of them. Firstly, I'd like to thank Lee Knaffel, our past chair. Thank you for your unwavering dedication, exceptional service over the past 9 years. It's really easy to see that commitment, vision, and leadership, that has been really instrumental in guiding us through numerous milestones and challenges as we move forward as a board. Your contributions have not only shaped the strategic direction of our organization, but have also inspired and motivated everyone around you. As you step down from your role, please know that your legacy will continue to influence and inspire us for many years to come. I'm very happy to say that I've gained a good, strong friend there in you, Lee. So thank you so much for all you've done. Now, I'd like to invite Ashley Langlois, CEO and Registrar of CPHR Saskatchewan, to recognize Tracy Hepworth.
Great, thanks, Lionel. We'll give you a bit of a breather here for a second. So Tracy has spent the last 2 years on the CPHR Saskatchewan Board of Directors. And while I've been with CPHR Saskatchewan for only a short 2 months, I've had the pleasure of working alongside Tracy at my previous employer as well. So Tracy, on behalf of the board and CPHR Saskatchewan, I wanted to say that we are profoundly grateful for the time, energy, and expertise that you've generously shared with us. Thank you for your service and for being a pillar of strength and guidance. And now I'd like to ask Amy Gibson, Board Director, to recognize Preetma Manohar.
Thank you, Ashley. Preetma, as you conclude your 2-year term on CPHR Saskatchewan's Board of Directors, I want to express our heartfelt gratitude for your outstanding service and dedication. Your fresh perspectives, innovative ideas, and unwavering enthusiasm have enriched our discussions and our decisions. You have been a vital part of our team, and your efforts have helped us achieve our goals and navigate challenges with confidence. Thank you for your hard work, passion, and positive energy you always bring to every meeting. Your legacy will continue to inspire future student leaders, and we are grateful for your time and effort that you've invested in CPHR Saskatchewan. And Preetma also wanted me to share a few words on her behalf of her time at CPHR Saskatchewan. CPHR Saskatchewan is an amazing organization full of talented people. I have learned so much in this position, and I will forever remain thankful for this opportunity and how warmly I was welcomed by everyone. Thank you again, and I will miss everyone. Thank you, Preetma. You will be missed. I'll now pass it back to Lionel to address the HR and Governance Committee report.
Okay, thank you, Amy and Ashley, for recognizing our fellow board there. We'll move on to the ratification of our board nominees. So as indicated in the HR and Governance Committee nominating report provided in the package, we'll be moving forward into the ratification of nominees for the Board of Directors. So in accordance with the bylaws, the following directors are within their approved terms of office and will be continuing on the board: Amy Gibson and Sarah Johnston. Regarding the board executive chair, Lionel Tutusa, CPHR, will be moving into the second year of his 2-year term as of the AGM in September 2024. Director Jeff Hepp, CPHR, is being nominated as chair-elect as of the AGM in September 2024. Past chair Lee Knaffel has completed his term and will be leaving the board as of the AGM in September 2024. The nominating committee is recommending the re-election of 5 directors and the election of 1 student director, such that the board is comprised of 11 directors and 1 public appointee for 2024-2025. The committee is pleased to recommend the following candidates for election. These candidates are current board members and are eligible for re-election pursuant to the administrative bylaws: Reagan Lowe, Janelle Payant, Norm Peel, Leah Regent, and Shauna Wilkinson. The committee is pleased to recommend the following candidate for election for a 2-year term and whose name will be included on the formal slate presented to membership at the AGM in September 2024. Carmen Koweski is our student rep that will be on the board. With the slate being presented, I would like to call for a motion to approve the board nominees for 2024-2025. And I'd like to get a mover for that. Just trying to see here. 1 sec, please. Sorry. Okay, I need a mover. Sorry, I didn't have the, okay, Herman Bugler. We could add Herman as the mover. I need a seconder as well. Okay, I see Norm Peel. Thank you. Sorry, I just have to rifle through the screen here. Norm Peel is our seconder. And then if we could launch the poll then, so that we may vote. And we'll just give everyone a moment to vote and a little bit of time to post the results. Right, thank you. You see that is passed, carried. So I'd like to next call on Norm Peel, CPHR Saskatchewan Treasurer, to present the audited financial statements for 2024. Norm?
Just better take myself off of mute. Good afternoon, everybody. Just got a couple of notes on the financials here, and then I'll have a couple of motions. Revenues are up about 210,000 from 2023, and that's primarily because we had a conference in 23 and we didn't in 22. There's also some associated expenses related to that. Some changes to the expense categories from 23 to 24, if you're looking at the detail, and that's really related from the reorg from one corporation to the other. If you recall the AGM last year, we actually had 2 sets of financial statements to approve. Net income for the year was just under 45,000. This is higher than expected, and that's just due to recognition of some revenues that were categorized as deferred, and that's just a process that the auditors go through, and it's a bit of an opportunity for improvement for us as an organization, just to kind of tighten that process up. I mean, nothing bad in terms of our audit went quite well, but just every year they always will give you sort of opportunities for improvement. I forget what the technical term is off the top of my head. And then just a little bit of a talk about our reserves. We're holding, between 600,000 and 700,000 in total reserves, and some of that's just current year money that we haven't used. And then we've got about 500,000 that's split into kind of 2 funds. One's for operating, about 250. Another one's for about 250 for that sort of investigative, protecting the public sort of thing. And in the next fiscal year, our intent is to formalize sort of the bylaws, rules around that. And again, that was another one of those opportunities for improvement from our auditors. So I guess any questions on the financial statements? If not, I'll put a motion forward to approve the audited financial statements for the period ending April 30th, 2024.
I'll move.
Okay. I think I have Amy and Kaylin. I guess. Well, and then we just got to vote on it. A minute here. Okay, I got the box, so that is done. And then the other motion is to appoint our auditors. So put a motion forward to approve MWC Chartered Professional Accountants LLP as the 2024-25 auditors for CPHR Saskatchewan.
I can make that motion, Norm.
Okay, Janelle.
Regan, second.
Regan. And then we'll just bring up the poll again. Right, and that motion is carried. I think that's everything from the finance side. Thanks very much, and we'll continue on with the rest of our agenda.
Okay, great. Thank you, Norm, for the report on the audited financial statements for 2023-24. Just wanted to reiterate, really a great year for us, from a lot of different respects, and really proud for the work that our board and all of our committees have done, and of course our staff at CPHR Saskatchewan, and all the transition and things we've done building back things. So it's been a great year, and really looking forward to the future. And speaking of the future, before we adjourn, I'd like to remind everybody about our upcoming conference in Regina, October 2nd and 3rd. We have an exciting lineup of keynote speakers and breakout sessions. It's sure to be a premier learning event for all of us as HR professionals here in Saskatchewan. So please let everybody know about the conference and sign up yourselves. So really looking forward to that event. And this year it's in Regina, which will be great. So that concludes our 2024 annual general meeting. Can I ask for a motion to adjourn the 2024 AGM? Need a mover, please? I see Ray again. And a seconder, I see a hand from Sarah Johnston there. So thank you, Sarah. And we'll just launch the poll here. See it up now. Okay, thank you all for attending. That concludes everything.
Great. Thank you, everyone.